What's going on, Macenites? Welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. Okay, so I was in the middle of a recording. Okay, I was in the middle of a recording, and I had completed the stairs that I was working on last time. I had completed that front entryway down at the base of the plateau, and I was actually in the middle of taming a mammoth. And I lost power. There was a pretty bad storm that rolled through, and I lost everything. Well, I didn't really lose everything. I lost everything that I had recorded. I lost the build of that. I lost the intro and showing you guys exactly what my thought process was for the whole build and all of that good stuff. And I was literally in the middle of a tame that was only like 5% done. So power was up for about an hour, and I just logged back in. I actually had built a little pin around the mammoth that I was taming up, and so it actually went all the way down to about 5 food and got 50% of the way done. So all is not lost. So yeah, as soon as we finish taming this mammoth up, I will go ahead and head back to the base, and I will show y'all exactly what I did with the stairs and all that. So I apologize for not actually having that build completely there. That's not really something that was in my control. So I do apologize, but let's go ahead and go check out this tame real fast, and then we will go check all that the stairs out and stuff. I'm really happy with the way that it has turned out so far. I've got to do a little bit of the upper portion. I was actually talking to Joss, and those things are so derpy. The derpness, guys. Oh, it's bad. Okay. But anywho, yeah, I was talking to Joss about it, and there's a possibility of us actually not necessarily having the cathedral up top. We have talked about several different ideas, several different methods of how we could go about building the town, and I also had the idea of actually having a main base up top with a wall around it, and then down below us having a town that's walled off, and then on the outside of the town we have the big barn, and then we have the big farm that we're going to build. So that's kind of what I was thinking. We're going to have to talk about that a little bit more and figure that out exactly what we want to do. But for now, we're just going to keep going with what we've been doing, and we should be good to go. Now let's go ahead and plop down. Grab the food. Okay, I've got the food on me. Let's get off you. And let's go in here and see how far this guy's going. Now, it's only a level like 520, 540, something like that. So it's not super high level, but I flew around for, oh gosh, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, and this was the highest level mammoth that I could find. It's not that big of a deal, but I was watching John's video and a couple other people's, and they were talking about how a mammoth is actually a little bit better than a beaver, because it will also collect berries like a trike will, but it will gather wood, and pretty good amounts of it too. Plus it's a lot stronger and a lot bigger, and so I'm not really too worried about that. It's going to end up being like 776 as long as I keep this rate up, so that's not too bad. Did I move everything over? I could have swore there was one more thing. No, I moved it over. Okay, cool. Anyways. But yeah, so I'll keep monitoring this, and then we will check it out as soon as it's done. I've already crafted up a mammoth saddle, and then we will head back to the base and work on that front entrance gate. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so that's going to take a while for that woolly mammoth to tame up. I went ahead and just spammed about 100 narcotics into it. So that basically is going to take it all the way back up to its full torpidity level. But this is what I completed last time. So, I'm really happy with this. And now I know I'm saying that a lot. I'm not really egotistical. But I'm just pleased with how this actually turned out. I think that it encompasses the feel of what I was going for. And that's something that I usually I'll have an idea in my head, and then I'll just kind of start rolling with it and adapt along the way. So it's definitely a little bit different than what I originally thought, but the all-around feel is the same. So I had mentioned previously that I wanted to go ahead and have in one of the mod packs, and I believe it's in the anal retentive crafting table. Yeah, anal retentive crafting table. They have skeletons, but they're called ornaments, and I was looking for probably 10-15 minutes, and I couldn't find the dadgum things. But I finally did. I realized that it's in that crafting table, and so I need to craft it up. Now, I did craft one of those, but in order to actually make the ornaments and stuff, and I believe I can go ahead and show you guys what they are called. Ornament. Okay, yeah, so these can be relatively large, which is cool, especially like the Giga, the Carno, Bronto. Raptor's relatively small, Rex is cool, so I'm going to be doing a couple of these and place them in this front little area. Now, they take electronics to make, which is kind of weird, and in order to do that, I need a fabricator, which I can definitely get. I just have not made it yet because everything that I've used so far has not required it. So I'll be doing that, and I'll be placing them up here. I might do a big banner or something in this back little cubby. I'll definitely be adding some lighting, that kind of stuff. But really, as far as the next portion of the build goes, this is kind of what I was thinking. Right around here, we're going to start building a wall, and then we're going to have a bunch of different houses and like a blacksmith and an armorer and stuff. It's not really going to be... None of the buildings are really going to have that much of a purpose. I'll probably have a lot of decorative pieces and stuff in there, but in all reality, I like to have all of my crafting stuff in one location, but for the feel of what I wanted to do, I've never done anything like this. I've never built an entire town, and I just think it would be kind of neat. And that way, if other people wanted to come over here and hang out, they could. Maybe a little bit of the RP stuff. I'm not sure. I don't know. It'd be neat, though. I believe there's some kind of trading mod on here, if I'm remembering correctly. I'd have to check and see. Let's see, is there a trading... Trade... Nope. Okay, well, I'll have to look and see what's on the mod list. I could be entirely wrong about that, and I probably am. I've been mixing up quite a bit of the different mods between the different games that I play because I play them also regularly. So, anyways... We're going to be doing something like that, where we've got a little bit of a wall here, and a bunch of different houses and stuff, and then on this back portion over here, we're thinking about having a big barn, where all of our dinos will be, and then the well is actually right there, behind me. So, we need the well in order to have water to feed the greenhouse, or the farm, or whatever we want to call it. Now, it does not have to have the greenhouse effect. That just actually helps it grow faster and I think produce more as well. So since we can have a pretty large farm, it's not going to be that big of a deal if we don't actually have the greenhouse walls up. Now you can use the metal glass walls, which have the same effect of the greenhouse, but I think it actually costs less Ingram points to make those. Joss was telling me about that. So, we might end up doing something like that, but we've got this little medieval farm, medieval town theme going on, and I just like it. It matches all the buildings that are already built on the map, it matches all the stuff we're doing with the keep, and we can have a cathedral down here, we can have all sorts of cool stuff. So, Joss and I really both like to build in those, with using those materials in that particular mod, because it really just fits our mold of what we like to do. So, these are the stairs. I did a little bit of a thing over here. I went ahead and I didn't place foundations all the way up. Now, I did that for two reasons. One, I do not want to bog down the server and make this lag city, because I'm worried about that being the case anyways. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna need Galfin to show you guys effectively. Okay, let's pick you up. Alright, so I just made these stairs that kind of go all the way up. Nothing too fancy until you get to here. Now here, you get to go all the way up. And I'll come back to that little cubby hole in a minute. I did not do anything here just yet, and this is what I was talking about earlier, having a front gate. Now, whether this is the cathedral or not, I'm not sure. If it's just our base, maybe Joss and I will either do 2 buildings or we'll do 1 big building, and we kind of separate it between this is my stuff, this is your stuff. Now, in order to do that, we're going to have to label our storage bins between me and her. That way, when we try and pull resources, we can see, you know, whose we're pulling from, because I don't want to take hers and she doesn't want to take mine. Even though we don't mind sharing, it's just one of those things that's out of respect. So, I put these here, and I put these here, these ornament walls and the archways. It's part of the castle mod. And so, I'm not really sure if I like these or not. I just placed them here just to see if it's something that I would like by, you know, I like to do that, place something, and then walk around it, be around it for a little while, just to be able to see, okay, well, do I like this? Do I not like this? So that's why I did that. That's not a final placement for those, and that's not as ornate as what it's going to be. Okay, so in here, I had the idea of having these little towers that go on this outside. So you can kind of look down, you've got a nice little landscape. I thought about doing little cutouts like I've done before, but I really wanted to do something a little bit different, not be so squared off and blocky like I've done in the past. So I put these here. I put a roof on top of that one. That's also one of those things that I'm not sure if I actually like that or not. I just placed it there just to see if it's something that would work. And as you can see here, this whole thing is pretty much hollow. Now, I did that for the same reason. I didn't want to create a bunch of lag, so the fewer amount of foundations and walls and stuff I place, the less likely it is going to be an issue. So there's our gate down there. Pretty easy to see, pretty cool. Happy with that. And yeah, so these are those massive stairs that I was talking about. Now, I could do this on the other side, but I honestly don't think I'm going to, and I'll show you guys why. Not only would that just increase the possibility for lag and stuff like that, but I really think that just having one set going all the way up the way that it does would be helpful. I could do something, you know, I would have to start it around here. Actually, no, I'd have to start it all the way back here. I'd have to start all the way back here, do the same thing, duplicate it, and that's a lot of foundations. That is a lot of walls, a lot of foundations. I probably spent 30 to 40,000, probably, no, closer to 50,000 metal on all the resources it took to do all that on the stairs. So it took quite a bit of time. I did a lot of it off camera, and then I finished it up on the episode that I recorded that disappeared. So, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this looks right here. I've got this little bit of a cubby hole right there. I just didn't want it to be super flat. That's the exact reason why I did these towers. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go check back on that mammoth, and then we might or might not start working on that gate. It just depends. We'll definitely check out the mammoth and see how much time we've got left. This guy is so close, or girl. This girl is so close to being done. Oh man, I'm excited. 253 levels, not too bad. 773 is going to be the total level gained here. Oh yeah, come on. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. You've jumped up more points in the last 2 hours than you have in that last bite. I wonder if you ran through all of your stuff. Let's see. Nope, there's still plenty. What I've noticed is that it likes Savaroot the most. So if you've got Savaroot, go ahead and use that. You'll notice over here, I actually got a riot shield. Now, I got that because I was, I'm dangerously close to, oh geez, you can't see a dadgum thing. Okay, alright, whatever. You guys know that's going to be tamed in just a second. Anyways, I am dangerously close to the ice cave and the ice wyvern. Now, the ice wyvern was not home, thank God. And because of that, I was able to go, and that actually had 2 eggs in the nest. So I was going to do that, and I was going to come back, and I was going to be super excited and show you guys all that good stuff. Well, something funny happened. It's bugged out. So there were 2 eggs stacked on top of each other, and hopefully, oh, I pray this guy's not here. Please don't be here. Please don't be here. Please don't be here. Not here. Awesome. What is that thing attacking? Anyways, when I was in there, there were 2 eggs stacked on top of each other, and it's bugged. So basically they appeared and I was able to pick them up, but as soon as I got back to the base, because I was worried, as soon as you pick up a wyvern egg, any nearby wyverns will come attack, so I didn't know if Mama was home or what was going on with that. But, because of that, if it's already done, if it's already basically been laid there for, hey, the Mammoth 773, awesome. If the wyvern has already laid it and it's been sitting there for a while, it will spoil if it's not gone. So, what happened there was you pick it up and it instantaneously disappears, and that is because it's already been spoiled. So I'll have to go back there, but there is a little chest. It's called a treasure chest, and it's literally right next to the wyvern nest, and I picked it up, and there was an ascendant scuba flippers, fins, and then that apprentice riot shield. So that's really, really cool. I didn't know that that was actually a thing. So let's go ahead and tear these walls down, and then we will take the Mammoth for a spin. Alrighty, check this girl out. Man, she is slow AF. Oh, man. Okay, well, we'll definitely... Ooh, 1,200 wood in one swipe? Yes, please. Okay, so that means you're... Oh, let's look at your stats. You are way almost over encumbered. Now, I know the Griffin weighs a lot, and I know... Well, I really don't have... What's my weight? My weight's 1,200. She's 14. Oh, yikes. Okay, well, maybe that's my problem. I really don't want to get rid of this stuff, so I might have to go back to the base in order to test this gal out a lot better than what I'm able to right now, because you are super slow. But 1,200 wood in one hit, plus berries and thatch and stuff like that, I mean, come on. So I'll definitely be leveling you up. Also, you know, I said let's look at the stats, and I really didn't look at the stats. Okay, health is 17,000, stamina is 4,300, the food is a ridiculous amount. Weight, 14, obviously. Melee damage is 728, and movement speed's already 200%. Are you kidding me? That's terrible. Oh, I'd hate to see what it was at 100%. Okay, so if you increase the melee damage, it will increase the amount you actually gather, which is a good thing. So I'm not really worried about this. I can definitely test this out when I get back home, and we will be able to level up and see what we can get. Behold Woodchuck. Let's check you out, girl. Let's see what you're doing. Okay, alright, moving speed's not so bad now that I got rid of the Griffin. Holy. Alright, 2 trees, 1,300, lots and lots of berries. Pretty good thatch. Okay, so about 500 wood a hit. I thought for some reason there must have been something else on the ground when I did that earlier. Now, I did get attacked while I was trying to do the dino pickup, and she does about 450 damage per swipe, which is more than the Griffin. Yeah, definitely more than the Griffin with the normal swipe feature. Now, the Griffin does... Part of the reason why I love the Griffin so much is because I can do the special attack and the tremendous amount of health that he's got. So, those are not bad things. Each dino's got a different purpose, that's why there's so many of them. But yeah, I got attacked by a couple of those pigs, those wild boars, that have like the healing effect thing, and well, she pretty much handled her own. I really didn't have to step in at all, which was nice. And I wasn't really worried since their damage was about 100 and she's got 17,000 health, so that's always good. Yeah. So, you know, that's not half bad. I'm sure a beaver would get wood a little bit faster, but honestly, a beaver's health and attack damage is not that high, and I feel a lot more comfortable going out down there and over here and everywhere with this girl being able to protect herself without having to worry about it too much. So, anyways, guys, I'm really, really excited about those wyvern eggs, and I think Qual and I were talking about going and checking out the frozen dungeon, which is on here, which I want to get a mantis, and that's how you get a mantis, is by going down there and getting the death worms, which are a creature from Scorched Earth, but on Ragnarok, it is the ice dead worm, I believe is what the name is, something like that. But anyways, got to get those in order to tame a mantis, which will be super helpful, and I think they look really cool. So we'll do that in the next couple of episodes, and then I've got to get me a wyvern. That's going to be so cool. I'll have to go over there with my pterodon and check it out. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.